What's up, YouTubers? This is Herm Says Play to Win again, and I have another replay today from War Underground Forces Simulator Battle. And so this is the Mighty Tiger. This is my vehicle number 313, and so while we're driving out to the battle site, I'm just going to pan around, a few glamour shots of number 313. Yeah, I think War Thunder has a really nice customization system for vehicles. Put all kinds of decals on there. You can unlock different camos, things of that nature. I think it adds a nice touch. What I don't like, though, is how the ground forces vehicles, they don't have national insignia by default. I think that would have been nice to include. But, it's okay. They might do that. They might add that at some point. Not a big deal. I should say this game is in open beta. It's free to play. So, there are 3 modes. There's Arcade, which is similar to World of Tanks. And then there's Simulator, which is the most demanding in terms of tactical and gunnery skills, and realistic is kind of in between. So I play exclusively in simulator mode as we start taking some fire here, probably from enemy players. So we're playing on the map Kursk, and some glitch with the replay system with this turret switching. But we're definitely taking some incoming fire. We also have friendly anti-tank guns opening up on the enemy here. Almost got hit by them, hit by a friendly. So I'm going to switch over to my actual player's view. So I'm taking this long-range potshot. And admittedly, I really need to work on my gunnery skills because that one was way over, and just trying to bring the shots closer. That's a little bit closer. So I just had a hunch that this guy hanging out in the back there was an actual player and not an AI tank. And that's because the AI tanks, they just kind of drive forward blindly and they just sit in the open field, whereas, this tank was hanging out in the back, sniping. So, had a hunch this was a player, so I was going to engage him. Now, I'm having a hard time getting the shots on target here. And it doesn't help that the friendly anti-tank guns are kicking up all kinds of debris, so I think that one actually hit him in the track right there. And I think, does the next shot get him? Yes, the next shot gets a kill. Cataldo, T-34-85. And that just goes to show the long-range killing power of the Tiger, so that particular kill was well over a kilometer. And so the strength of the Tiger is in long-range shooting. So the Tiger has doesn't have any sloped armor. It is pretty thick though, at 102 millimeters up front. And so the Tiger can actually do really well on a big map like Kursk. In fact, Kursk is really the only big map in the game, as I take out an AI T-34 right there. Yeah, at longer range, the penetration values for the Soviet guns simply is insufficient to destroy a Tiger 1 at, say, over a kilometer. And so, if a Tiger 1 player properly positions his tank, i.e. angles it, so that incoming rounds will hit will impact the armor at an angle, then he can pretty much be impervious to a lot of the incoming fire from the Soviet guns at that range. It's only when the Tiger is engaged at shorter ranges, so under 1 kilometer, so say like 500 kilometers or so, because not kilometers, 500 meters or so. And the reason for that is because the Soviet guns at shorter ranges, so say 500 meters, is going to have plenty penetrating power to actually kill a Tiger. And so for most of the maps in this game, the Soviet tanks can actually kill a Tiger without breaking too much of a sweat. So switched my aim here, and I think there's some target back there hanging out in the woods. I think I was seeing just the vague outline of a tank hull and some tracks there. So it's taking some shots at it, and I can also see that the friendly AI anti-tank guns are taking shots at it. So so that's clearly a live target of some sort. Now in simulator, because there are no nameplates, I don't really know if it's an AI tank or if it's a player control tank. So I thought I would just send some rounds down there and hopefully score a kill. Yeah, clearly need to do better with my gunnery skills here. Long range gunnery can be a bit tricky. So whatever it is, it's still alive down there. So sending another round, and pretty soon this guy's gonna blow up from some kind of hit. Okay, any second now. Okay, there he goes. Now the really weird thing about that particular explosion was there was no kill message. There was no player so and so was killed by artillery. So yeah, not really sure what happened there. Game's in open beta. There are all kinds of glitches, especially with the damage models. Okay, so switching targets here, trying to locate something good to shoot at. Because I know there are AAA and there are anti-tank guns all the way back there, but from this extreme range, I mean, it's gonna be really hard to kill anything, and of course the first shell I send down there falls way short. Yeah, this is a pretty big map. Okay. So in simulator, especially at long ranges where it's out of range of the spotting on the minimap, it really pays to switch into sniper mode and scan around for targets. The other thing you can do is you can follow where the rounds are flying to and flying from. So friendly AIs are gonna shoot at targets that it can see, and so if you follow where the rounds are flying, you can start picking out targets to shoot at, like this Soviet heavy. So this guy, I believe, was in a KV-85, so KV chassis, so a heavy tank, KV chassis mounted with an 85mm gun. And so this guy is, he's playing smart. He's taking a hold down position relative to much of the incoming fire. Unfortunately for him, I am getting shots at his side. And so in short order, I should be hitting this guy. Yeah, I did hit him that time, and he's trying to pull forward into more cover. Yeah, and I set him on fire and take him out instantly. So, yeah, I mean that was it's kind of it for the action for this replay. The rest of it was just mopping up some AI anti-tank guns in AAA. So anyway, or is it? Let's see. Let's see, there was one, yeah, some guy hit me. So, oh, that's right, yeah, there's this IS-1 still right here. So I don't know why he was just sitting out in the open like that, with no cover, no nothing. So I'm trying to send rounds in on him. And yeah, so at this point in a simulator battle, it can be hard to sight your targets just because there are a lot of dead vehicles. So a lot of smoke, and you have to just kind of hope for some clearing up of the smoke from time to time, so you can actually sight your target. And so at this range, I mean, this was probably like 2 kilometers. So I was getting a couple of hits in on this guy. Although hitting targets at this range takes a lot of practice and a bit of luck. Because, yeah, there we go. So Friendly Tiger took out the IS-1, and yeah, that should be game right there. Well, anyway, this time signing off for real. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you on the next one, I guess.